But this statement, we captioned it, a call to action. We must continue our fight for freedom and resist autocratic tyranny. 2. This statement is dated today, the 15th of October 2020. And we start by saying that you will recall that on 15th May 2020, exactly 5 months ago, the three of us, Senators Mudhama, Halwale and I, issued a statement captioned as above, warning Kenyans of the most severe reversal of our hard-won democratic freedoms and the erosion of our institutions as enshrined in our 2010 Constitution. We urged Kenyans then to stand tall and defiant in the defense of our Constitution. It had emerged then that the BBI Corona Kemsa coalition, led by Uhuru Kenyatta and Raila Odinga, had demonstrated desperate and outrageous zealotry to undermine Parliament and our democratic institutions in an effort to adversely change our Constitution and preserve power to the benefit of their private commercial interests and dynastical rule. What started as a choreographed scheme to contain Deputy President William Ruto to ascend to the presidency has turned into a fully fledged onslaught against our institutions, our Constitution, and our democracy. Compounding this grave situation, dear countrymen, is a combination of the most incompetent, clueless, temperamental, vengeful, delinquent, and out-of-touch president in our history, who has amplified private business interests through state capture with an unbridled desire to preserve power on the one hand, and a desperate and aging opposition leader in the business of running in every presidential election for personal gain, a power-hungry pseudo-democrat who is choreographing himself as offering a Mandela moment in his typical Canaan-style political conmanship with an unbridled hunger to ascend to power by any means necessary on the other hand. The desperate dynastical and tyrannical duo who fashioned their handshake as a pact to right the wrongs of their families and their fathers are not only compounding these wrongs, but have presented the most dire threat to our Constitution and our democracy, and are testing the will of the Kenyan people in the most unparalleled of ways. Their dynastical and unchecked domination over their people over the past decades has blurred their appreciation of an increasingly vibrant, better educated, inspired, defiant, hard-working citizenry, desirous of a just and equal society characterizing the modern-day hustler nation. Through their surrogate nominees to our security architecture, most notably the annoying and irreparably arrogant Fred Matiang'i, the overly excited infantile surrogate Karanja Kibicho, Joseph Kinyua, whose fossilic perspective of national security is evidence of his past expiry date at Harambee House, the unintelligent, clueless Hilary Mutembai, with sparse or no knowledge of the Constitution, among others, represent the cahoots of public officials briefed to abrogate the Constitution, not to preserve public order, but the interest of these dynasties. In the first order of business, they have characterized the aspirations of the common man, the hard-working citizenry, and the progressive intelligentsia articulated in the spirit and letter of the hustler nation as a threat to national security.